right, man. And my thing is this: if it ain't Bryce Young at 6, if it ain't Tyree Wilson, if it ain't Jalen Carter, if it ain't Will Anderson, I get up out of 6. That's my opinion. If it ain't one of them, I trade up out of there. Now, at the end of the day, people gonna probably say, well, you could take Christian Gonzalez a corner and the Lions, and then you have some people say, well, the Lions don't need a corner, and they filled their cornerback room up. You know, anytime you got them guys making as less money as they signed them guys for, other than Cam Sutton, they can get rid of those guys. You can make room. So it don't mean that corner's off the board. And I'm gonna try to get to a live show and talk about this, early, well, this week, because Sunday is to start a new week. But yeah, man, I would, if I could, I would move back. If it's just accumulating a second round pick, if I'm moving back, accumulating a third or a fourth and something next year, I do it. If I get a second next year or a future first next year to move back, I do it. If I get a second this year and move back a few picks, I do it. I just think it's a gap between them guys and everybody else. And Christian Gonzalez might be the goods. And if you feel strong about him, you take him. Because guess what? With them going what they doing now, to me, they ain't put their best foot forward to really go for it, which I'm not mad about it, but I'm not happy about it neither. But because I feel like it's a hole in the NFC right now that they can bolt to the top and compete with the 49ers and the Eagles. History tells us that the Eagles gonna fall off, but that's what history is gonna tell us. And that's what history is going to tell us. But the Bengals they stumbled last year, and they caught their balance, and they started running. They should have went to the Super Bowl champion. They should have went to the Super Bowl. Probably should have won it, but powers that be didn't want that to happen. But I think it's a drop off past them. But you're still in a good position. I like what I've seen from Myles Murphy. Even though you got a bunch of veteran defensive linemen and young guys. Like I said, you can always get rid of Charles Harris, even if you redid his deal. You can always get rid of guys like Romeo Core, John Kaminsky. You ain't paying them much. You see the kids crossing the street. Pedestrians always got the right of way. Don't care how much of a hero you in. But yeah, that's just But I just feel like you can move back and still get value and still get a really good player. Was it the Cam Smith kid? Joey Porter. Was it Jerry Porter's his name? Joey Porter's son, whatever his name is, from Penn State. Pretty good corners and stuff. So I just think I think it's value there, bro. That's my opinion. Outside of them are the 4 elites how many I said? Carter, Anderson, Young, and Wilson. Them the 4 elites right there. And out of the 4, I think Wilson, potentially, right now he may not be the most polished guy, but he got a high ceiling. He might have the highest ceiling out of all of them, to be honest, if you disregard position. But if it ain't one of them 4, I think it's a drop-off. But like I said, I like what I see from Myles Murphy. Big, long, strong, athletic guy. When you're talking about 6, you're reaching for a corner again. That's the reach. Corner not that important to take at 6, But Sauce Gardner, kind of reinventing that. Derek Stingley had a good year, just that obviously he wasn't in New York, and obviously Houston had a bad year. So, you get somebody special like that. We knew how special Stingley was. We knew how special Sauce was, especially it validated him when Nick Saban decided to throw away from him the whole, college football playoff game. So yeah, that kind of validated him right there. So, if you feel like Christian Gonzalez that, you pick him. And don't look back. If you feel like you can get something and get move back and get something and still get a player you really love, hey, I do that too. So the possibilities are, but those are the 4 I like a lot. And people say, what about Jalen Carter? He's I just have to check my resources, dude. Check his high school, check what his teammates say, check what some scouts say, check what people around the program say, around the campus say, and if it check out, cool. If it don't check out and he got a reputation for being a dick or being lazy, okay, then maybe not. But I just can't let that time. But it's like when you talking about him, them, especially Carter, and then everybody else, I just can't let that slide. I just can't let that slide, man. He just, in my opinion, he just too good to let that slide, man. But if you know some of the other sources check out, like Kirby Smith said, or Kirby Smart said about him, if that's the feeling around the program and the campus, then I take him. I just, if it a need and the talent, and I give him the resources that he need to be successful, something like what Jeff Fisher did with Janoris Jenkins when he came into the league. So that's what I would do. I would give him the resources that he need. Make sure he good, and make sure the money, But I would understand if they passed on him, but I just think he just too good to pass on. It's a gap, but if they were to stay at 6, you gotta look at it as a luxury pick, and you think about Anthony Richardson. Can he be what we need him to be? It's a question. But guys I really like, Miles Murphy a lot. I like Miles Murphy a lot. I think I like him a lot, man. Him and Aiden Hutchinson give you two, I think he built a little bit different than Hutchinson. Like he might be a little bit longer, but get two athletic defensive ends, man. Speed, I think Miles Murphy might be one of them dudes that's on the board for me. After that, y'all like Christian Gonzalez, so be it. Maybe I want to move down to get him. But you got 6 is a luxury. And if I could turn a luxury into more picks, or if I could turn a luxury into a diamond down the road, then this pick gives you that. This pick gives you a diamond potentially down the road. So yeah, I'm looking at Richardson. I'm looking at all possibilities. But if I feel like I can get a player moving down a few more spots and get value there, I'm doing it. So I'm doing it. That's how I'm rocking. So, but yeah, if you had to say, well, if those guys going, who you going with? Probably Miles Murphy right now. Probably Miles Murphy is probably the pick I would go with right now from out of the guys that I've seen. So, but hey, if I can move down and still get them, so be it. But you can always cut Romeo, create more cap space. You always can cut High Tide, create more cap space. You can cut a few guys. Charles Hicks, create more cap, make room for a guy like that. So, can never have too many pass rushers though. But hey, let me know what you think in the comment section. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.